to the White Family Farmstead. Today's video is we are taking a couple of the goats to the vet to get looked at. I noticed there were a lump under one of them, the necks, and a little bit of swelling on one of the face. So we're gonna get a little bit more better advice on how to go about treating some of my livestocks. Okay, so when you get there to the vet, you're gonna pull in and you're gonna pull all the way to the back to take care of the big livestocks in the back. If you can see, you'll see they have like a small corral in the back. You will park in the back and then you'll walk to the front. If it's your first time being there, you'll have to check in and tell them what type of animal you have, and they'll take care of you. Alright, hopefully you guys like the video we have for you today. Please like and subscribe. White Family Farmstead. Peace. So these are the goats here. I just use a dog crate. Put a cover on top of it in order to bring them to the vet.
A really big area, I would at least cut it in half. So 1 month they're in one area, and then the other month they're in another area. That way it has time for the worms to die in the soil, and they're not constantly reinfecting themselves.
So the reason why I brought him into the vet today, if you notice on this one, I noticed there was some swelling under his neck, and Oreo, she had, I don't know if it was regurgitating her food, she had some swelling on her jawline. So I don't know if it was that or like a toothache. So I brought him to the vet to get looked at to see how I can properly treat it.
So with goats, pasture management becomes a lot more important than the actual deworming, because there's so much resistance in the deworm or in the goat populations. If you think about it, you've got all of these goats out on a piece of land. They're all grazing, then they're pooping it out, and then they're picking it right back up when they graze again. So any worms they have in that poop, they're consuming and just reconsuming it. So you deworm them, they eat the grass, they eat the worms from the other, You deworm them, you get rid of the worms in that goat for that cycle. But that goat is going out and eating the grass that's already got the worms in it. Yeah. So pasture rotation becomes a lot more important than the actual deworming. So if you have a big enough piece of land that you can split it into like 3 or 4 areas, and you just put them, on, let's say you have 4 areas, split them up, because it's better to have less goats per acre or whatever, and then keep one section of it just totally rested, so nothing on it for about 3 months, and after that 3 months, you just kind of rotate them. Does that make sense?
On a different side, okay.
Yeah, so that way, with no goats being on it for 3 months, that pasture's clear. So the goats that are going to rotate onto that pasture, right before you put them on it, they should probably be dewormed at that point, just to try and cover all your bases. And then, like I was saying before, any goats that are showing signs of illness, like the swelling under the neck, the pale gums, pale mucous membranes, those should all be separated away from the healthy goats.
Okay. And the best way to check, you say check the eyelids and the gums?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually something called the FEMACHA score, which is basically like a little cardboard piece of paper kind of thing that has different colors to show you different levels of kind of anemia within the goats.
Okay.
And it tells you basically at which color that you should be deworming and
Okay.
when. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but I think that you can get one of those just online.
Okay.
But I can write it down for you too.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much.
All right.
So what we found out on Mocha, the swelling on her mouth was she bringing up the food and I guess regurgitated it and then chewing it and breaking it back down. So that's all it was. So that's a good thing. Now we're gonna see. She took some fecal samples from the buck, and we're gonna see what comes out of the sample.
I did not see any eggs in that stool, but with that bottle jaw, it's definitely showing signs of parasites. Sometimes we see eggs, sometimes we don't see eggs. So just, and it came out to 0.63.
0.63.
Yeah, and then this one we did, you know, she's a little bit bigger, so we did closer to the 55 mark and gave her a 0.9.
Okay, so ivermectin.
Ivermectin, you can get it at Tractor Supply.
Okay.
Okay, and it's 1 per 55 pounds.
All right, thank you.
Alrighty.
Where's here?
What?
Vet, and they'll take care of you. Come in the back, all the way in the back, make appointments in the front. You don't really have the appointment with the big livestock, right?
No, y'all can just come in to have them check in up front, and we pretty much can handle anything with the goats or any of the large animals.
Okay.
So, and if for some reason there's something that does come in that we can't, we do refer off. The only thing we really don't have for large animal is radiographs. We can do radiographs on them, but for horses and cattle, we can't do radiographs on.
Okay.
We don't have a portable X-ray machine at this
All
time.
right. Thank you
Okay?
very much.
Thank you.